Hey gang, Ronan here. As you can see in this game, I'm playing the Tier 10 Imperial Japanese Navy destroyer Shimakaze. Matchmaking, well, it's all Tier 10. There's not a whole heck of a lot of radar on the opposing team, which is really great. The only thing that for sure will have it is the Petropavlovsk. It's possible that the Minotaur has it. It's unusual, but it is possible, so I got to watch for that. I'm going to go in real quickly, address a bug that was introduced with 0.10.5, where these will not stay set for replays. So I want you to have the information while we're watching this. There we go. All right, so Shimakaze, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know I really like destroyers. It's not that that's the only thing that I play, but that's probably what I enjoy the most. Those are the things that I, got Tier 10 ships in first, and because that's what I, really kind of get a kick out of, I generally play those the most. Recently, as I mentioned in another video that you may have seen in the last day or two, but with the gearing. Recently, I've decided I'm just going to try and finish the handful of remaining grinds that I have just to get whatever it is to Tier 10. Currently, the only thing I have left is Italian battleships line. I'm in Tier 8 right now, and I imagine another couple of weeks I'll have the Tier 10, and then really I'll probably be stepping back from playing as much. I'll still be involved. I'll still be heading up ICOP and posting up videos for ICOP. So really, anybody who's interested in sending me a replay. And, I'm happy to do commentary. I'm happy to do critique if somebody wants that. But I have no interest in grinding the CVs at all. I don't really enjoy the play style of the CVs in their current iterations. So I'll probably just, spend a little time doing other things behind the scenes, having to do with the clan organization and such. Now, about this game. I've got a couple gearings on the enemy team and a Shimakaze, so I got to be careful about pushing in too close, because while the Shimakaze guns hit pretty hard, it's no match for a gearing or a Kleber. Now the Kleber is lit up. I see the Minotaur there. My hope is that the Mino might turn around, because he's spotted. He may smoke and turn and try to get out of there. But I've thrown the torpedoes where maybe I catch Kleber, maybe I catch Montana, and the Mino does turn, maybe I catch him. But I get lit up by the enemy Shima, so I'm going to hit him, and then I need to turn and get behind my own smoke here before I get beat up too badly. Now I'm expecting torpedoes, but he may have already thrown them. Either way, I'm going to get the heck out of dodge here. Just take a quick look. I can't really see anything there. Maybe I will here in a second. Our Marceau went into the Bravo camp, but he's got a Mino on one side of the island with Kleber there, Shima that's trying to get there, the Shima Torps. I only see two sets, so he may have had one to throw this way, so I better be careful. I don't want to just turn full broadside and eat one of his torpedoes. They hit very hard. I'll just try and scoop between these islands, because I can't imagine he would throw them this way. And maybe I can catch him on the other side of this rock. We'll see. So none of my torpedoes found their way home. I did manage to land 3 shells and start a fire for 2,190 damage. I detected 5 ships, so at least I was able to help my team by telling them where some of the red ships were. I'm just sitting here long enough to get my torpedoes a little bit closer to being loaded and ready to go, in case I need them when I poke my head around this corner. In terms of positioning, I give the advantage to the Reds. They've secured the Bravo cap. They had 3 ships in there that we know of. I'm seriously thinking there are going to be torpedoes coming through here. And I can see our Marceau running through here. Still got 20 seconds of speed boost. Maybe I'll jump across here. Gotta be careful. don't lose any torpedoes to our Marceau, but I can torp that smoke, and that's what I'm going to do. Maybe I will catch the Mino now, and I'll get out here behind this island, make sure I can't get hit from the Bravo cap with anything. And those are the torpedoes that I was worried about coming through this other gap. So I knew the Shima was there. Now I can see where the Mino is at on the mini-map, so if he makes a run for it, I might catch him. It looked like he was backing up, but I'm guessing because he's detected right now, he's probably going to accelerate forward and try to get out of there, which means he's probably going to eat some of those torpedoes. That looks exactly like what's getting ready to happen. Yep. That is exactly what happened, and he is dead, just doesn't know it yet. Now I've got to get back over here because I want to help with Bravo. We've already got a Shima at Charlie. We don't need two. Our Henri's pushed up behind that island, and I'm just going to stay in reverse. It's going to take a little time, but I want to continue to be in a position where I can accelerate away. I don't have to worry about the Petro. You can see where that's at on the mini-map, so I can just fall back here. Now you can see right now on the mini-map that the Shimakaze and the Gearing are both at Charlie. So really the only thing I have to worry about here would be maybe torps from Venezia or Zhao, but they're both quite a ways away. Enemy Venezia takes out our Shima. And now all we have in terms of destroyers at the Charlie cap is the Marceau. Now you can see that our Shima was pointed directly at the bad guys. And that'll happen a lot. So when you're in a situation where you're facing ships that have significant firepower, because he was nose into a Shima, a Gearing, Colombo, Venezia, and Zhao. And the Venezia alone is reason to do what I'm doing. You back in. If you need to escape, you can accelerate forward, hit the speed boost, maybe get him to miss. And I have to be careful here because the radio location skill is telling me the nearest ship is there. Is it the Colombo? Or has either the Shima, the Gearing, or both sort of moving back across? I guess one of them still has to be in the Charlie cap because they're still contesting that. And I'm just going to work on trying to secure this cap. Put a few torps through the center there. Maybe I catch somebody crossing. Do the same thing there. Now I've got to be careful that I don't need a torpedo the same way. I mean, I'm sure they see that this cap is flipping. If they're just sitting there in the smoke trying to cap, maybe they throw some torpedoes through these gaps themselves. So I don't want to sit in open water where I can eat one. I'll just inch my way forward. As soon as I've got the cap secured, there's no reason for me to stay here. Now I can go help at Charlie. Marceau has, well, terrible detection radius. It's a fun ship to play, although I'm not very good at it. But when you're squaring off with a Gearing and a Shimakaze, especially when they've got a Venezia back there, you're at a serious disadvantage. And a few freebie shots on the Zhao as he traversed between the islands there. Now Marceau, he looks like he's making the same mistake that our Shima did. He's nose in, and now he's firing, and that's it for him. So now, we've got myself and a Gearing that's got about 10-15% of his original HP, but he managed to secure the Alpha cap. So right now we've got Alpha and Bravo, and on the back of those two caps, we've got a points lead. We're down a Marceau and a Shima. The bad guys are down a Montana and a Minotaur. And in terms of points, when you sink a DD, you get fewer points for your team than when you sink a cruiser. And when you sink a battleship, you get more points for your team than if you sink a cruiser. So Between the caps and the fact that we've taken out a battleship and a cruiser, we're sitting at, what, 180 point lead right now. No, excuse me, 80 point lead right now. Still smoke there. I've got to be a little bit judicious here and understand that I'm not going to be able to do it all. I want to aim the torpedoes into the smoke and kind of cover every inch of that smoke if I can, on the off chance that he's still sitting in there, but I don't want to go nose into him. I'm not going to make the same mistake that I watched our other Shima and our Marceau make, where you're nose in, and if you get detected, Venezia, Zhao, etc. are just going to continue to pummel you until you sink. Maybe I catch him, maybe I don't. No. It's coming right at me. I'm going to go ahead and get the guns working. Yeah, 2,000. It's not much, but I'll take it. He throws his torps out. Our Henri is really close. Henri finishes him off. So, our Kurfürst takes out Petro, Henri takes out Shima, enemy Venezia takes out our Kurfürst, and our Worcester takes out their Kleber. We're now down 3 ships, Kurfürst, Marceau, Shima. Bad guys are down 5 ships, Montana, Minotaur, Petro, Kleber, Shima. And that was a really, really nice blind fire shot. And it also serves to illustrate what I was talking about a minute ago. Now you can imagine how that might have been if he had actually had me targeted. Venezia guns are no joke, and if you're in a destroyer, you want to avoid getting hit by them. Okay, so myself and the Henri player, we managed to secure the Charlie cap. That gives the good guys all the caps, and the enemy Colombo takes out our Henri for his trouble. I got just a couple seconds. Torpedoes are going to be back up. I'm going to guesstimate where Venezia might go, and I'm going to throw these here just in case he turns and goes back. And I'm going to get out of here. There's really no reason for me to sit here. Break line of sight. He might blind fire, but he won't have me targeted. And that's all it took. Now, why did I shoot there? Worcester takes out their gearing. Why did I shoot there? Well, I didn't want him to push into the cap. By shooting, I was basically telling him, hey, the Shima's right here, and you know he's probably got 15 torpedoes on its way, on the way to you right now. And that was all it took. So I just fired off one volley, smoked to hide, and ran for the hills. But so did he, because he didn't want to eat a torpedo. It didn't hurt that I had Montana and Thunderer back. I mean, I do catch him with a torpedo, and I'm making for the middle of the map because I've already got Thunderer and Montana there, but we've got this Montana and the Bravo Cap that's all by himself. We've got Gearing, Worcester, and Venezia on the outside on the other side of the map. Just trying to even the odds a little bit. And our Montana's facing off with their Zhao. If Montana gets off a good shot, that'll be it. But Zhao has the advantage there, if you look at the minimap, because if he throws torpedoes and Montana keeps moving, Zhao can continue to move forward where the Montana can't get guns on the Zhao, and his torpedoes can catch the Montana, which is exactly what happened. I don't know whether it was even possible for him, but in a case like that, it's usually a really good idea for Montana just to grind into the island and stop. It's hard to tell. If I zoomed in, maybe I could see a little bit better, but I'm going to try and finish off that Zhao. Maybe I catch him when he's crossing here between these islands. He wants to stay in the cap. I'll throw some torps out here for Montana. Now it's possible that if I miss the Zhao, the Montana will just continue on his way. But if I catch the Zhao, Montana's probably going to turn saying, oh hell, this Shimakaze is right there. Now Zhao, he's probably focused on that gearing. I imagine he can see him with the plane in the air. So he's not going to see my torps, and I'm sure he's going to go down here in a second. Montana has already turned. There's no way I'm going to get him. Those torps were just, they're just lost. Zhao, though, he's in big trouble. Enemy Colombo takes out our Montana. As expected, the Zhao goes down to a torpedo. There was a lot of torpedoes. There's just no way to avoid those. And now we know the gearing is here in the Charlie cap. Now I'm going to hit the speed boost, see if I can get in the cap before he secures it. But either way, I'm looking at how much HP he's got left, and it's not much. But the gearing seriously outguns the Shima. And unless I land a lot of shells really fast, he's going to do a lot of damage to me. I don't have any help here. Thunderer might be able to get guns on him, depending upon where he's at. I'm hoping he's pushing this way. I'm hoping he's chasing the Thunderer. And if he is, I'm really hoping that the Thunderer's guns are on the Venezia. That's the hope. Because then he could change him to the gearing if he wanted to. I also have to be careful I don't eat torpedoes, because if the gearing has rolled and is moving north at all, it's hard to tell right because the radio location indicator is not really moving. I might be pushing right into where he's throwing his torpedoes if he's chasing after the Thunderer. Now I've got him detected. Now he's going to smoke. Yeah, I landed 3, but now I'm detected and I don't have smoke for 20 seconds. So now, now I have to hope I can... Oop, take that back. Smoke is up. I just have to survive. And I'm getting beat up pretty bad. Gearing is obviously reversing. So it's really possible that I might miss him altogether. But I'm burning and don't have any more smoke. I just blew it right there. And that was just a misplay. You know, I got a little too overconfident. We lost that Thunderer, so I've got a Venezia chasing me with a gearing who can spot me, and I've also got a Montana over here. So I just need to fall back. We're going to have this game in the bag. It's really just, can I stay alive now? And if I'm going to get sunk, can I take one of them with me? 40 seconds till the torps come back up. Pretty decent game overall. You know, our Wooster's put in a lot of work. He's sunk 3 ships. He had a great game. I don't have the number right here in front of me. I think the base XP on this game for me was 2,200, 2,300, something like that. I don't think the Venezia is in range of the Wooster, but I certainly am. And he's got his guns pointed the other way. I know the gearing's out here, but I think I can probably finish off Venezia before he can get his guns back this way. And now I'll just avoid getting killed. Thanks a lot for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.